Hello, everybody. This is Zach Said It Again. I'm your host, Zach Cooley, and I am with the Activities Director of Laurel Rehabilitation Center in Rural Retreat, Cindy McKay. Thank you for being with me today, Cindy.
Well, thank you for having me.
And you are with me today as a result of being the grand prize winner of the Creative Connections Rock Snake contest. And what that is, for those who may not have been listening or reading my column a couple of weeks ago, Rural Retreat businesses took part in an art project called a Rock Snake Challenge through my friend Faye Blanchett, who runs the Creative Connections Art Studio and Event Center in Rural Retreat. She came up with the idea of having a rock snake, which is a collection of painted rocks that individually painted rocks that go around the perimeter of the building and beyond. And your group was the winner. Now I have that measurement, and I will pull that up here as we're talking. But tell me first, Cindy, what made you decide to get involved with this project, and tell me about the artwork that your rock snake included.
Okay, well, I thought it was a great idea, and it was something that the residents and their families, the staff and their families can get involved in, which they did. We had a wonderful outpouring of people to get involved. Our therapy department here at the facility is wonderful. They use that as part of their therapy, and they also got involved themselves and went the extra mile and made sure that we had rocks painted every day. We had some very wonderfully painted rocks. We had octopuses, we had penguins, we had UT rock, a UVA rock. There were just so many different rocks out there, I can't even remember what all there were. Of course, therapy did the biggest part of the work, and they made each individual rock that said therapy rocks on it, which was really cool. They decorated them, they painted them, they decorated them with different stickers and glitter. Then we had residents' grandchildren got into it, the staff's children got into it, the staff got into it. It was just a wonderful idea that Faye came up with, and it was overall just a great, fun project.
And most importantly, it involved the residents of the facility. Can you recall a special rock that any of the residents did?
Well, they did a lot of rocks with crosses and things like that on it. Some of them drew little pictures of dogs on them, and they were very, very proud of their artwork, as they should have been. We're always proud of our residents here and everything that they do. We try to do a lot of things with our residents, which I'm very proud of that we can do a lot of things with them, and our residents are very happy here, and they're happy to display their artwork. And when their families would come visit, they would say, hey, let's go out and look at the snake and see how far the snake's gotten. And we had it wound all the way around one sidewalk, down another, and it had to even extend out into the yard. We had it was so long, but we were proud of our residents, as we always are, and just proud. I was super proud of the teamwork at this project. They brought everybody together, and it was able to include their families, which is really cool. I thought it was a great idea.
Yes, it is. And your record was 169 feet and 4 inches.
Remarkable.
Yes. You beat the second place winner, which was Gentiva Hospice, by more than 7.5 feet. The second place was 161 feet and 2 inches. Third place was with Hospice of Southwest Virginia which was way behind that at 101 feet and 5 inches. So particularly you and Gentiva Hospice, I mean, just ran away with it. It looks like, and
Right.
you all came away the winner by 7 feet and looks like I'm doing my math right. 7 feet and 8 inches. You were the winner.
I am a very competitive person and very passionate person about my residents, and anything we're involved in, I want them to win. I like to win myself, but the therapy department really pushed on this. We were out there painting our final rocks, even as Faye pulled up to take the measurements. In the rain, we were out there still painting, going just as fast as we could, trying to get it as long as we could, because we wanted to be proud. We wanted to be proud of it ourselves, which we were, and we wanted our residents to be proud of everything they had done and that we had done to ensure, that we won.
Well, and it sounds like it was well deserved.
Thank you.
Now, I must level with you and be very honest about myself here. I was born with cerebral palsy and bound to a wheelchair, and I will be 40 years old next March, and I'm very fortunate to have my wonderful wife as a excellent caregiver, and I have a beautiful daughter that will be 10 years old next month, who is perfectly healthy. And it was really hard to agree to do this story because I have a great phobia about nursing homes and such institutions, because it is my great fear that one day I will wind up in one. I have been very fortunate to not be in that place and to be very active in the community with this column, with the things that I do. I self-publish books. I'm a very active father and husband, but the idea of being separated from my family and being in a situation where I'd have to be in an institution is very fearful for me. And I must say that it is refreshing to hear that you are as passionate about your job as you are. Now, can you tell me, Miss McKay, how long you have been at this job?
Well, we opened in January of 2015, and I started out as the receptionist, and then I was that for a year, and I've been the activities director since 2016, and I tell everybody that knows me knows how much I love my residents, and they tell me that. They say, we can see the love in everything that you do. I am constant. My mind never shuts down from things I can do for my residents. And they know that I care about them, and I try to go the extra mile to do, neat and unusual things for them. We've had some very cool, unusual things that we do for the residents we bring in. This will be our third year, Lord willing, in September. We do it in September because it's not real hot, but yet it's not cold, for them either. We literally have the town of Rural Retreat backs us, Rick Hilton with Cedar Springs Trout Farm. We literally bring in, I think they call them pods, and the fire department fills them up. The fire department helps, but the town of Rural Retreat fills them up with water. And Rick Hilton brings in about 150 pounds of trout, and the residents fish, the Wythe County Sheriff's Department, town of Rural Retreat, and the fire department here in Rural Retreat. All the residents have to do is cast the line. They reel in their fish. The guys take it off, and they bait it, and they're ready to go again. It is the most amazing thing, the smiles on their faces that you have ever seen.
I'm sure.
The first year we did it, we had a lady that was, of course, we had to take a break from COVID like everybody else did.
Sure.
And, So, but we picked it back up last year, and the guys were asking, hey, are we going to do it again next year? And I said, sure, we're ready for it. But we had a resident that was, I think she was 97 or 98. And we wheeled her out there, and she said, that is the first fish I have ever caught in my life. And we just, the smiles on their faces, and I try to do, like I said before, unusual things with them. Our staff here is good to help me get my ideas that I come up with. Some of them are crazy, and they're like, I don't think that's going to work. And I said, well, let me run it by you again. Look at it in my eyes. And, and they said, oh, yeah, it's going to work. So I'm fortunate enough to have a team that cares enough about their residents, that want to help them do fun things, maybe things from their childhood that they did, or something totally different that they've never done before. I am just, like I said before, everybody knows I love my job. I tell people I have the best job in the world because I get to make, 100 and some people's days, because I try, even the people that don't get to come out and do the things, I still try to involve them when we do things like the pet therapy and all. And we have some wonderful volunteers that bring in some really unique animals, and they are willing to share their animals with our residents. And at the end of every day, sometimes, yes, I'm wore out because we've done so much, but I leave knowing that my residents are happy and that they've had a good day, and that we were all a part of that.
How many residents do you have?
We're a 120-bed facility. We can hold 120. Right now, our census, I think, is 106.
Okay.
So, and that fluctuates up and down, but we can hold 120. And we just have some really remarkable people, and sometimes, we just sit and listen to their stories, and that's the main thing. We're here for them, and we try to make it the best for them that we can, because like you said, they really don't want to be in here, but if they are in here, we're taking the best care of them that we can and trying to make it better for them.
Right. Is there a way that you can involve any of your residents? Of course, I'm sure there are limitations, but is there any way that you can involve any of your residents in things like field trips or becoming a part of the community in any way?
We take field trips. We go to different things. It's been I hate to keep bringing up COVID, but COVID kind of, was a crazy thing that kind of paralyzed several people from getting to do things that they wanted to do. But we do take field trips to different, we have been up here to the milk plant, Rural Retreat. We've been to Davis
Valley Winery, yes.
Yeah, out there. We've taken, just several field trips. We've gone to the lights in Bristol. I just, like I said, I just can't remember all the things we've done. We go on, fall rides and things, but we have not taken any field trips for a while. But we do a lot of stuff here at the facility. We've got National Nursing Home Week starts on the 13th, and we've got jam-packed things every day, kicking it out,
all right.
kicking it off.
Including what?
Well, like the first day is camouflage day, and the residents have some camouflage stuff. We're having a staff bake-off where the staff brings in their favorite dessert, and the residents are the judges. We're having the Appalachian Cloggers here that night. And then Tuesday is surf and turf. You can either dress as a beach bum or as a cowboy or cowgirl. And they've got their beach shirts. They've got cowboy hats. And, of course, I couldn't let them go a week without playing their absolute favorite bingo. So we're having bingo that day. And then that afternoon, we're having a very talented singer, Jonathan Sarton. He's wonderful. He's been here before. He sings just a different variety of songs, and the residents really enjoyed him. The 15th is dress as an animal or wear a shirt that has an animal on it. Several of them have animal shirts. We're having a petting zoo that afternoon with hopefully the weather's going to cooperate with us. We've got all kinds of animals lined up. We had the guy from Marion, Darren Hardy, who runs like a wildlife preserve type thing for exotic animals. And he brought a bunch of tortoises and snakes and things, and the residents loved the snakes. They loved the snakes.
Really?
They talked about them. Yes, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I myself was not with them holding them because
right.
The rock snake was enough for me.
Exactly.
But the live thing, but yeah, and we've got several of the residents' family members that are bringing in. We have some miniature ponies. We've got baby goat, baby, I'm trying to remember baby lamb. We've got a hedgehog. We've got some cats. We've got some dogs. We've got some hamsters. We've just maybe a couple of chickens stowed in there. I mean, it's all kinds of things. The family members are good to, help bring in that. And then Thursday is Funny T-shirt Day, and we're having an ice cream social sponsored by Doris Muncie from Coulter's Florist there in Whitfield. She has done this the last 3 years. And it is such a spread she puts on. Every type of dessert and ice cream, and she decorates the tables, and it's just wonderful that Doris does this for us every year, and she does it twice a year, usually in Nursing Home Week and then again in the fall. And then the wrap-up day will be where I'm going to have a hee-haw. We're going to dress like cowboys. We've got straw hats, and, we're going to have hay bales sitting around. I had the local Rural Retreat High School art students painted a bunch of posters for us. Klockner plant here in Rural Retreat. They donate cardboard every last couple of years so we can paint our signs, and the students did a wonderful job painting the donkey and the dancing pig and everything for our in the cornfield for hee-haw. We're having special snacks for that, and it's just it's going to be a fun packed week. But I have to say something, the community here, I mean, people joke when they say, well, here comes Cindy, she must need something. They are 150% behind us. When I say, hey, I need this, I need that, they'll say, okay, let me work on it, and we'll get back to you. The Lions Club, the local churches here, they adopt the residents. Asbury Church and Rural Retreat, they adopt like 75 residents for Christmas. I have, I can't think of the Salvation Army adopts residents. We have individuals that adopt residents, and they get personalized gifts. It's, if the resident loves Virginia Tech, and they like the Virginia Tech stuff, they get them Virginia Tech stuff. So they make my job so much easier, because if I come up with something that I can't get, and I'm like, okay, hey, you guys want to help donate? They do. Every church in Rural Retreat and some in Whitfield, the new Cowboy Church out on the Old Stage Road. I'm probably leaving somebody out, so I apologize if I am, but each church is assigned something, like Little Debbie's or candy or, nabs, bubble gum for their big bat. They get a big Christmas stocking, and then each individual gift is given to them. I just can't thank the community enough, because they support the residents the way they do. They come in, their singing groups, their church groups come in, the McDowell Music Club comes in. We just have so many wonderful people that come in because, they love the residents. And I tell them, I said, listen, give me a chance. If you come in once, I guarantee you will love them and you will want to come back. And that is always what happens, because these people warm your heart.
Sure, and it's very important to let these people know that they are loved and that they are not forgotten. And the fact
That's
that
right.
they do that is a testament to you and your staff. Let me ask you, Miss McKay, are you a native of Rural Retreat?
I am. Mm-hmm.
So you've been
I
in...
graduated from Rural Retreat High School. I pick on everybody and tell them I bleed orange and black. My children graduated from Rural Retreat. My nieces, my brother. So I'm a native of Rural Retreat, and I know everybody that some of my friends always say, "What, are you running for mayor?" Because every time I see somebody, I go and start talking to them.
Right.
But yeah, I know a lot of people, and this is just the best place to live. Rural Retreat is. I just love it.
I agree. It is. I feel the same way about Wytheville. I mean, Wythe County is the best place in the world.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But I agree with the close knitness of Rural Retreat, and I admire that very much. What sparked your interest to be in nursing care? Obviously, you have a heart for this job. So, were you always involved in serving others?
Well, yes, I worked in retail for quite a long while, and then I just went to the job fair, and they hired me, and, like I said, as a receptionist, and then our administrator at the time said, I'd like you to be the activities director, and I just got my niche. I mean, I've got some crazy ideas, and I'm not met a stranger. If I see something going on, I mean, I just go right up to them and ask them. The Moose Riders Club.
Mm-hmm.
I just had an idea about that, and they come, they support us. They give us a check a couple times a year to help with whatever we need. The Moose Riders. We have the Shriners Club. The Hillbillies Club comes over. I'm working on a couple of different ideas that I'd like to get down here. I've just got to find the right people to contact, but I just got people. The main thing is that people support me in the ideas that I have, and thus that makes the residents' day.
Absolutely. Growing up in Rural Retreat, I would imagine you know some of the residents personally.
I do, right? Mm-hmm. I do. I know several of them.
So you would have grown up with them.
Right, and have done things, with them, like, been to the county fair with them and done things. They would come to the ball games, and I'd see them at ball games and just different things. So, yeah, and then the ones, that have been in here, I've learned to, learn about them, even though they might be from way out of state or whatever, we just go in and talk and have pleasant conversations, and they just really, it makes me feel good whenever at the end of the day they're like, "Cindy, you do such a great job, and I'm so happy here." And I'm like, "Well, thank you. That's the main goal."
Yeah.
That it's not, like I said, it's just not me. Yes, I'm the one that gets to play the fun games and all that, but we have a wonderful staff here that, puts the residents' needs first, and it just works for us. They're just great. I have a great work family.
Okay. Anybody that you want to mention in particular that's on the staff? Like you were talking about the therapy department that was heavily involved in the...
Well, it's just, the therapy is, they go along with my crazy ideas, and they get into it, and they usually go above and beyond. Like I was sitting in there the other day, and we were talking about stuff. I said, "Hey, I've come up with something for Halloween." I said, "What do you think?" They're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, we're on that. Let's get started." And so they're always, and the staff, I was like, "Okay, we need this, we need that." Like, okay, they jump in and help. So it's just, it's just a great place to work. When sometimes you leave here, like I said before, and you're tired, and some days you get up and you're like, "Oh, I just really don't want to go to work today." But I hardly ever have that because I love my job. And when I walk through the door, the residents are sitting there and they're like, "Good morning, Cindy." And it just, whatever you had going on, you just forget it because you see their smiling faces and you forget it. Well, they're awesome. My residents, and I call them my little residents, they're awesome. We just have a great population, and they're just awesome people.
Well, bless you for your dedication to them.
Thank you.
And thank you for all that you do for Wythe County.
Thank you.
It's been thank you for making this easy for me, and it's.
Well, I am a talker.
Well,
everybody will say, "Hey, that's Cindy. She's a talker." But I just get, it's very easy to talk about something when you're very enthusiastic about it.
Well.
So.
And
it just makes it great.
You could not be, there could not be a better person suited for your job.
Well,
so,
thank you.
Bless you for what you do, and thank you for talking with me.
Thank you for having me and acknowledging us and doing this, Faye said she says, I've had so much fun with this, I don't know what we're going to do next. And she said, but we're going to plan something else. Because I think everybody that was involved, even, the hospices and the other businesses, I think they had a ball with it. I think it was a great idea.
Faye is a brilliant and generous lady. I know that she has been involved with your residents before.
She comes once a month and does her and her sister, and they do some type of craft with the residents, and they just come and they're here to help this. And she's like me; she's always thinking up new things for them to do. But
right.
Yeah, and Faye's just got the best. Her and her sister just got the greatest smile. They've got a wonderful smile, and you can tell they're passionate about, coming to help with the residents too. So that makes me feel good.
Well, they do, and her sister Diane is
yes, that's the one.
Is a dear friend of mine. I have published 6 children's books to which she has illustrated. So I know her talent. We've worked together for many years. She's a dear friend. She's had a very tough life. She's lost her son, and very tragically. And but her and Faye have an endless capacity for giving, as it sounds like you do. And
thank you.
And again, thank you for your time. And
thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, that